gold versus the stock market. Let's do a capital rotation watch. We'll do live gold, silver, platinum analysis, Bitcoin and crypto too, maybe a chart request if we have time. Use the time codes to skip the intro, but look, if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, including the synchronized slurp within the first 1 minute of the show. And in 1 minute after that, we'll be starting the day's proceedings. Grab your tasty beverage. I'll grab mine. We slurp them synchronously together wherever you are in the world, going out live on X and on YouTube right now. Are you ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Getting it done in the first 1 minute. Go. Great to see you. I am Joe Main, precious metal stacker since 2010, crypto stacker since 2013. Worked for 3 major gold bullion dealers here in Australia, coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia on X on YouTube. Hit the big red subscribe button or the follow button on either platform. You get a warm and fuzzy feeling when you join the GMS family. And some quick shout outs within the first 1 minute of the show. By minute 2, we're starting the entire proceedings. Again, talking about gold stuff. Give me 1 second. I need to. That's right. Need to turn that on. There we go. That's much better. A little bit of fan. A little bit warmer in Melbourne, Australia. Here today, Mark, Florida, GMS, and hello to our wonderful chat mum. Yes, we've got 30 seconds to go. Morning, Tony, says Beckel Gundenfinger. Tony Peterson, she's back, man. Love to see you, Tony. Missed you. Chat mum, good morning, Becky. GMS at work today. Hopefully catch most of the show. Fantastic. Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. If you guys will just allow me for 1 more second, what I do here is I quickly just... Oh, am I going live? I am going live. I quickly just... I update the little Twitter thing going on right here. There we go. I update that just so I can get trending on, not Twitter. We don't call it Twitter these days, people. We call it, let's see, we'll go gold, BTC, TOSHI, ACH, and more. There we go. Thanks for your time, people. Cool. There we go. Done. Let's do it. We're going to share the screen and talk about the things that we want to talk about. Let's do capital rotation watch. Capital rotation watch. The capital rotation from the stock market into gold. We'll take a quick little updated look. I'll share the screen right now. Great to see so many people watching. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the family. Oh, quickly, by the way, someone's impersonating me. So fantastic. That is really good news that someone thinks I'm big enough. I have 3,500 nearly followers on Twitter that they think I'm big enough to impersonate me. So, hey, it's Main Joe. Not it's Joe Main, which I am. It's Main Joe. Stop impersonating me, and I'm reporting you and everyone else report them. Anyway, right here is the gold to stock market index ratio. So it's the price of gold in US dollars and then against the price of the S&P 500 being the top 500 stocks on the US stock exchange. Okay, so you could do your own version wherever you are in your own country. If you're in Australia, you can do a gold in Australian dollars versus the ASX 200, for example. But this is the big general one, which kind of informs the entire world, pretty much. And we are going through the capital rotation. A quick update. We are at 0.48. Okay, at 0.5. Okay, that's gold's time above here. Now, gold has been having a nice run recently. As you know, it's up 12% for this year. We'll take a look at the individual gold price in a second. Just the moment, as I've been saying in the last couple of shows, the momentum is just waning a little bit. Okay, we'll take a look at that. But over the longer term, and particularly in relation to the stock market, it is just rip-roaring at the moment. Very clearly, for the uninitiated, gold and the stock market go up and down. There's been 3 times in history where you've been able to swap gold for stocks and really increase your stocks, and then the big rotation between the two where stocks have been highly overvalued, gold's undervalued, and then they swap like this. So you can increase your wealth over longer periods of time. You are very lucky to be living in a time right now where gold is highly undervalued versus the stock market. So over the next 5-10 years, roughly, we're going to see that kind of move where gold just breaks through. Stock market will probably have a dip over the next, I don't know when it's going to start, but it'll take like 1.5 to 2 years to really fully play out. Who knows how long it could go, but in the meantime, gold's rocketing up, okay, to your $8,000, $10,000, some people say $15,000 or $20,000 gold, but we are seeing that rotation happening at the moment, and you can see that in this ratio. Cool. Very clearly you can see, and if you can't see it, I'll point it out to you, what it looks like to me, and I'm not a professional trader, okay? People way better than me, but it seems like the best range here is between the 0.5 level and anywhere down to here was the golden ratio to swap your stocks for gold, okay? And in between here and here is the golden time, okay? Right about there. Let me just get that out of the way. Right in that little zone there. It's the perfect zone. It seems to be wanting to break out of it. Now, back in July of 2018, we formed this first low, and then down here in October of 2021, so over a few years, we formed this lower low on the ratio number, okay? And this is a 3-monthly chart. Every single candle right here is 3 months worth of time. So this is going back all the way to 2003, okay? So here, 2018, here, 2021, a lower low. However, on the relative strength index, what you'll notice is you've got a higher low between here and here. Now that forms what is called traditionally a bullish divergence, which means price, it's a ratio number, price going down, but relative strength index going up, generally confirms some kind of a bottoming out, okay? And you can definitely see it's bottomed out since then. We've really, what's the word I'm looking for? We've tested the waters a couple of times here on the 3-monthly chart, and it's failed to break out and hold. It'll happen at some point. It's very obvious a base is forming, okay? A very key level here at the 0.5, right? So it is at 0.48. We're getting really close. Now again, 3-monthly time frame. This could take another 3 months after that. It could take 6 months to play out. Or hey, you could find another spike here and then we just keep ranging for a while. It could be, an entire year. It could be 4 more of these or three of these, and we're still ranging. But at some point, the more times you knock on the door, the more likely it is to be taken out. And the fact that we have broken through this downtrend line is the big key for me, okay? Back down, we've broken out through there, and we actually tested it as support on the 3-monthly time frame as well, roughly, okay? If I show you the monthly time frame, you'll see how we actually tested it really, really well, okay? Downtrend line through here, resistance, resistance. It was a break here, but a failure to close the month above it. And then finally, we did it in September of last year, and we've remained above it. Now this has become support. Cool. Breakout, retest, and onwards and upwards. It's looking very good. Okay. So on balance of probability, I would be confident to say this year is the year and that we do finally break out. Nothing's confirmed though, but it's looking really good. Okay. But it will eventually occur because it always does. And again, it's happened 3 times in the last 100 years, and we're now in the fourth time, in the last century that we're going to do it. Okay, so what does that mean? Gold is going to be the place to be for a while, at least in relation to stocks. Now, could you invest in some random other thing, which is, it could be real estate for you? Okay, sure. Could you do better in real estate? Then go and do that. Okay, but in terms of gold and equities and stocks, this is a big rotation that happens again a few times every 100 years or so. And this is the place you want to be. We'll take a look at the silver to this silver ratio as well, see where we are. But yeah, so what you're going to see is eventually a breakthrough there that will signify that, okay, it's time to get out of stocks. You're probably going to see a downward move in stocks underneath a certain level to confirm, the stock market's done for a while. That will fuel the rotation, and that'll take this ratio number up through here. If you start closing above 0.5, okay, you start doing that. I don't know the time frame, by the way, but if you start doing that, that is the most golden opportunity, pardon the pun, to really increase your wealth over longer periods of time. We're not talking crypto here, whereas, in 1 year of the 4-year cycle, you can make huge amount of money, sure, you can do that too. But if you want to play the longer game as well, and also don't forget, this might, for you wonderful crypto people who, again, I've been in crypto since 2013, that crypto cycle is smaller. So if the time comes this year, which traditionally it is, if we're not done with the crypto market yet, if it's still got another peak to go in Bitcoin and in altcoins, if you're going to make a butt ton of money in crypto in 2025, where are you going to park your money after that? You're going to sit it in dirty fiat currency, which is just losing value over and over and over again as time goes by, getting eaten away by inflation? Or would you consider putting at least a portion of it into something that has been money for thousands of years? It's a flight to safety. Clearly, if you see a stock market dip, people are going to go, oh, gee, I'm a little bit risk averse now. I think I need to get into something that's more stable. Oh, gee, gold, been money for thousands of years. Okay, where are you going to put a portion of your crypto winnings, or possibly all of it? After you buy your home or your cars or your whatever, you want to save and invest in gold at the same time. Okay, so, and then ride that wave. And then I would suggest riding that wave up until a certain point that works for you. I could very easily see this is the 1-to-1 parity area. Ignore the time frame. I don't know when it will happen, but I think we'll get at least back to 1-to-1 when we're not even over halfway. Yeah, okay. We'll probably get back to 1-to-1 at least. Many people, I think, would start wanting to swap precious metals back into the stock market, the general stock market, the S&P 500. They might choose individual stocks, but that's a conversation for another time. But they park a whole bunch in the now probably much less risky and highly undervalued stock market back, in a number of years' time, whenever that is. So that's the big tip for everyone. This is Capital Rotation Watch. It is happening. It will happen. Black swan events and all that. Yes, sure. Could we be wrong? And it just does this and goes, oh no, we're off the cliff. Sure. Unlikely at this stage, although take everything I say with a grain of salt. Nothing is financial advice. That's the Capital Rotation Watch from gold into the stock market. You really want to be watching this. If you don't want to watch it yourself, you couldn't be bothered doing charts and follow me, and I will do a regular Capital Rotation Watch for you, for my gold and silver stackers and for my crypto people, because you guys want to keep on top of this as well. Let's take a look at the silver to stock market ratio, where we are within that. So here's the gold one. The silver one isn't as notated, okay, but it's not too bad. You can see silver is actually, and I'll try and, is there a bullish divergence on that as well? I think I can see it right there. Similar thing, okay? What has it done? Great, here's its downtrend line. Am I on logarithmic? Yes, I am. So it broke its downtrend line right there, and we finally broke out, and that was in April, okay? And then, so it broke out first, I think, technically. Is that right? I don't know. We broke it and we've remained above it, okay? And we're not above its final hurdle. Its final hurdle for me, we're not nowhere near it, but we're less far from it. We're about 17, no, we're about right there. We're about 25% away from it, whereas gold is only, and gold tends to go first and then silver follows. So silver could even be the better play. You never know. So we're only about 4 or 5% off potentially breaking that 0.5 level, its final hurdle. But with silver, we're around about 25% off. So you've got much more room to move. Okay. And again, bear in mind though, in times of uncertainty or in times of a big capital rotation where the stock market's having a dip where everyone goes, all right, time to bail, gold will go first. Okay. And then silver will follow. So maybe if you're, again, getting into precious metals for the first time, maybe a split between gold and silver, ride both rather than going all gold or all silver. Silver carries a little bit more risk to it. Maybe a 50-50 split, not a bad idea. And then you can gain even more points of the stock market when it has its eventual ratio turnaround, which it will do. Okay, and we're talking up to, I reckon, around about the 0.02 area would be a good area. That's kind of roughly in line, I think, with parity would be with gold in the stock market. Cool. So gold and silver, the place to be. And I did just say then, do I notice, was there any bullish divergence? And yes, you can see that. This is on the quarterly time frame. If I pick there, and where's that low? We can do there and there. Yeah, there and there. That's that trend line, and that matches up with there and there. So there you go. There's your bullish divergence on there as well. So where gold goes, silver tends to follow. And there are some points where silver, there will be a point for about maybe a year or so, where silver will massively outperform gold at the same time. But if you want to play it safe, buy gold, buy some silver, and just watch these ratios and get some beautiful, tasty stocks later on down the track to increase your generational wealth. That's capital rotation watch. Let's do some quick individual gold, silver, and platinum analysis. Then we'll go do some quick shout outs and other stuff. Here is gold. Great to see so many people watching, and we will be doing crypto and Bitcoin watch as well in just a second. So here is gold. Gold on the daily time frame, price in USD, $2,939 US. I did say yesterday, I think I said a little bit last week as well, the steam is starting to run out just a little bit on gold. And it was funny, even though I said I was expecting maybe a couple of days of green, we had this little move yesterday. So what did we do? And here's the interesting thing though. Remember, spikes mean SHIT. It's about where you close at. We made another new all-time high in gold yesterday. Congratulations, everyone. $2,954 US. But what did we do? It was a failure to close above that level. So oftentimes from a failed move is a fast move in the opposite direction. So we will probably close green today, but we're actually closing below these highs here. So it has been forming a bearish divergence, okay? Meaning a higher high, but then a lower low. So for a high, I'm going to show you on the individual. Where are we? There it is. Yeah, there it is right there. So higher high between here and here, but then technically a flattening out, okay? And technically it's a lower high, okay? Higher high, lower high, and then over the last few days, it has been gone back down into the normal range of the relative strength index. So to me, that says a bearish divergence coming. Watch out, and I did say watch out for around about a potential move down to about 2780, 2790, this previous level right here. That's the direction I'm favoring at the moment, okay, until the indicators tell me otherwise. And again, I'm not a pro trader. I don't do this for a living. I'm just an amateur, follow other people who are better than me, but this is just what I'm seeing based on just the limited knowledge that I have. But other people who I do watch and listen to, I'm finding some convergence in opinion at the same time. Okay, so other people that I trust more than my own amateurness have been sharing the same sentiment as me. So watching for that roundabout, the 2790 roughly. And if that breaks, then, you're probably coming down to your $2,700 level, which would be around about that mother of all trend lines. And that's the one you don't want to break, preferably. Cool. We've been talking about that. So just watch out that for the next number of days and weeks of a potential move back down to that 2790 area. Does that mean you should be waiting to buy gold because I said so? No, you should be dollar cost averaging. It doesn't matter. Buy here. When's your next paycheck? Whenever that is, put some in gold or in silver or whatever you need to do. Cool. That is gold. And I'll be telling you a couple of ways in just a moment where you can do that, where you can buy gold and buy silver for, the best prices. Silver on the daily time frame, US dollars, $33. Okay. All right. So we're probably seeing the gold to silver ratio drop off a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So look, so far so good. We're still above $32.50. Cool. That's it. That's all you really need to know. Again, I would say though, if I think gold's momentum is waning, that probably means silver's momentum might be waning at the same time. Where gold goes, silver does tend to follow. Although could be wrong in this time. Gold could have its bit of a dip, and then silver just ranges for a while. Okay, and just really forming that base, and that's what you would like to see, preferably forming a base at this $32.50 level. Okay, call it what you want. Ignore the time frame. Ignore the whatever. Okay, I don't know. That's what you want. That was really scientific, wasn't it? Yeah. But if you close back below $32.50 and you find it as resistance, then yeah, watch down for there. And I think I was around about $31 to $30.50, I think was the levels that I had. It was based on here and here. Yeah, and if I pop in my rectangle, I think it's right. There it is right there. Yeah. Okay, so if we do see a downward move in gold, we'll probably see a downward move in silver, and watching out for that. Watching out for that. Okay, anywhere between that $31 to $30.50 level would be the main area that you'd want to watch to hold as support. And if that doesn't, well then, for a while. Okay, that is silver, but so far so good, above $32.50. Just watch out for that gold thing losing momentum. Australian dollar to the US dollar is continuing to strengthen. That's not good for you and me in terms of our holdings of gold and silver and other assets, which are usually denominated in USD. Okay, we want this to tank, but it is coming back up to that level that I did mention, and it's probably going to test it close to at around about 65 cents. Okay, but that is not signaling any kind of continued bullish momentum with that. Okay, let me get rid of that and that and that. Again, this is just for all the Aussies who are watching because we're based in Australia. So that would be probably acting as resistance and then maybe back down. If you want for some reason to see the Australian dollar continue to strengthen against the US dollar, then you would want to see the following: back into that zone, okay, bounce off there and then onwards and upwards. That would be a pretty good change of market structure, I would imagine, and then you'd be talking higher prices, but I don't think we're going there. So far it's still bearish. Okay, so it looks like maybe just a bit of a relief rally here. I don't know, and neither do you, but that's just my guess. Gold to silver ratio, as I showed you, a little bit down, but still massively in gold's favor. Nothing to show there. I skipped over platinum, sorry. Platinum on the daily time frame, $979 US. Let me pop in my value line. There you go. There she is. $980, $979. No man's land. Cautiously optimistic. I will remain with that. Nothing to say. Okay, just in no man's land area. It's either going to do this or it's going to do that. And I don't know which way it's going to go. Not sure. Cool. That's all you got to know about platinum. 1, 2, 3, cool. All right. That is all the precious metal stuff. Let's do some shout outs and we'll take a look at crypto and Bitcoin. You are watching Good Morning Stackers, the week daily live show. Let's see. Comments before we get to crypto, etc., and do some more of my wonderful shout outs. If you're watching on X right now, you can take part in the live chat. I will get the live chat from X. I'm getting a simultaneous feed from X and YouTube, and I can put your comments on the screen. Let me know what you think, okay? And get your chart requests in potentially for a crypto or something like that. Once again, my name is Joe Main, coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Let's see. My net froze for a minute. It wasn't my net. My internet's doing quite well today, actually. GMS is always a great week when you add to your stack. Man, I do agree with that. It's always a great week when you've also, on paper, this is on paper, increased your stack as well. As you know, I've been moving a portion of my silver into the crypto market to play that wave. I've still upped, if I were to swap out now, I still would have upped my stack a bit. I'm just seeing where that goes. Hopefully up my stack, up my stack a bit more. GMS says, Knackers O'Reilly, another great day in Melbourne today. Yeah, looking like it. I might have to pull the sheet down off the off the window. I like the lovely diffuse light, but I feel like a hermit in here. We've got cyclonic rains due next week again. Tony, I'm sorry, mate. Get a generator. Please go get a generator, Tony. Thank you. Man, make it stop. With the US gold revaluation, going to be interesting what happens after ELO. Elon, why didn't I entitle the video this? Yes. Did you see the Trump little soundbite when he was on Air Force One talking to the press? We're going to go into Fort Knox. We're going to go into Fort Knox to see if the gold is still there. That's basically what he said. So he's confirming at this stage they're going to go into Fort Knox, man, to see if the gold's still there. I was really worried about that. I mean, if it's not there, I was positing a couple of days ago that is potentially really dangerous. But because, if it's revealed that, that one compartment, which we've seen a million times before, the one compartment that they always take photos in, is there. But if they go into the other 12 compartments and there's like nothing there, or if they bring an XRF machine to test it, or if someone does a live test with like the sonic testing and they realize it's all tungsten inside or something like that, so they figure out that there's no gold there, or it's missing, or it's this, or it's that. If there's something, nefarious, I could see the economy going like really quickly. However, on the opposite side, there's only one, I literally mean this, there's only one person in the world that has enough persuasion skills to make that not happen, and that's Donald Trump. He literally he could spin it in some kind of way that at least the economy doesn't crash. That might not happen, but can you imagine? Look, probably we'll take bets later on what's going to happen if they actually do go into Fort Knox, and we'll see, there's a huge betting market already on it. Will they let him in? Yes, they will. They have to. Yes, they have to. He's the damn president. They have to. Okay? And and again, this is all speculation and mind reading and all that stuff following. But what if he knows that there's a good chance they won't let him in? Well, he's going to go and try and get in. And then there's going to be the whole, they wouldn't let the president in? What's going on? See, this is why we started Doge, to get rid of the fraud and the waste and all that. They're not letting the president of the United States into Fort Knox. What the hell's going on? They have no choice but to let him in, okay? Because it's damning either way, I guess if Trump ordains it, yeah. Not sure if, yes, and there's the other side of it. Not sure if it will be an honest audit, no matter who does it. Yes, because you also have to think, does the president of the United States, which I believe to be the case, I can't mind read, doesn't want to see the country, well, of course he doesn't want to see the country go down. So do they have to do some kind of, for the sake of the country, do some kind of, this is the real gold. Here's the photo, just like Steve Mnuchin, that black and white photo we did last week. Interesting how it's so controlled. Sneaky Americans. The tally depends on the tungsten to gold ratio. Nice. Crazy to think gold is valued at, gold is still valued on the books at $42.22 US. So what if they, yes, correct, Tony, what if they just revalue it to today's price? Man, good morning, Stacker, says Silver Fox. Getting to crypto and Bitcoins in just a second. The big question is, what dollar would the revaluation be at? Yeah, well, it'd have to be at today's price, right? Wouldn't it? Like and subscribe, yes, please. The $42 value was when the US dollar was last pegged. The $42 was the value when the US last pegged its currency nearly 100 years ago. Wasn't that 1971? Or am I wrong? Miss Tony, tungsten to gold ratio. Yeah, wedding rings will be platinum in the future if gold is revalued too high. Yes, I remember a number of years ago, nearly 20 years ago, I worked for a company, and this guy I was in the cubicle next to me. He was getting engaged. He's like, I'm getting a platinum ring. I was like, oh, interesting. 1971. Yes, correct. 1971 it was. So that's not nearly 100 years ago. US, I see what you're saying. Sorry, now I understand what you're saying. US bringing the gold back to refill the gold. Yes, that could be, this is it. We're going to, and again, total speculation. What Trump does is he comes out with big statements, and a lot of it is the negotiation phase. So a lot of this is, we're going to tariff Canada, we're going to tariff Mexico, we're going to build a wall, and Mexico's going to pay for the wall. Like, I love tariffs. Tariffs are the greatest thing in the world. It's all a bargaining chip. Again, like I've said a million times before, I'm selling my used car and I'm willing to take $5,000 for it. Am I listing it for $5,000? No, idiot. You're listing it for $7,500, aren't you? Or $6,500. You're willing to take $5,000. Are you dumb if you list it for $5,000? Yes, because someone will go, okay, I'll take it for 5. Or someone will go, will you take 3,500? So you list it for $7,000. Someone goes, oh mate, yeah, no, I couldn't do more than 6,000. And you go, 6,000? Oh man, that's $1,000 off. I'll meet you halfway. I'll do 6,500. They go, okay, you just scored more. Okay, it's called bracketing. You bracket up. So could Trump be going? We're going into Fort Knox. We are going into Fort Knox. I'm going to see if that gold is really there. And then everyone scrambles and goes, holy, repatriate gold, Maybe that's him knowing that, they're going to repatriate the gold. And then he goes in, and then what do you know? All the gold happens to be there. Isn't that the perfect way to do it? Spilling no blood whatsoever, going into no countries whatsoever, sending the military in to get the gold back from other countries. It's all done with words and persuasion. That could be it too. You never know. Laugh out loud. Yeah, was hyperbole the 100 years. Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha. Who does the gold there belong to, though? Yes, correct. It'll be all smoke and mirrors. Could be right. How is the Fort Knox and other storage sites set up under the U.S. Constitution? Tariff. Yes, we all know that. Tariffs punish both the exporters and the purchasers of those products. Yes, we all know that. Yes, everyone knows that tariffs are a tax on the country itself, but there are the long-term potential benefits for that and the bracketing negotiation tactics for that at the same time. Cool. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and crypto in just a couple of seconds, but I did promise you to let you know how you can buy gold in Australia. You should buy it from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. You want to buy the physical metal, like the real actual physical gold bars, silver coins, all that stuff. There is no, and I'm not joking when I tell you, there is no other better bullion dealer than Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au at the moment, unless some new one comes up and does better stuff. Does your other bullion dealer give you free shipping when you buy over a certain amount? No, it does not, because no other bullion dealer does. Does your bullion dealer give you a price match guarantee with terms and conditions? Okay, no, you can't call your other bullion dealer and go, "Hey, I saw 1 ounce silver maples on Perth Bullion Exchange's website. Can you match their price?" Now, they might choose to do it, but it's not part of their official business policy where they give you a price match guarantee. They might choose to. Yeah, maybe they would. Okay, but it's not a guarantee. It's guaranteed with Perth Bullion Exchange. If you find a item on Perth Bullion Exchange's website that's cheaper somewhere else, again, a couple of T's and C's, it can't just be a mom and pop store. It can't be just some dude out of his backyard, okay? It has to be a proper bullion dealer with a website, with a physical store, all that kind of stuff. They'll price match it. And then when you get free shipping because you buy over a certain amount, you're even more winning, okay? You're not just breaking even with the other dealer, you're winning. perthbullion.com.au. And if you're happy to save and invest in real gold, but you don't want to hold it, you don't want the fuss, you want someone else to hold it for you, by one of the largest gold, the top 5 gold wholesalers and storage facilities in the entire world, backed one-to-one with real physical gold, LBMA registered gold, okay? Go to wealthstack.com. Go to wealthstack.com and find out more about them. Go to the bottom left-hand corner of the page, click on the frequently asked questions section, read all about how you can save and invest in gold for how much? Spot plus 1% only. Buy $1 million of gold or $10 of gold, it's always spot plus 1%. Fantastic buyback rates as well. And on the roadmap is physical deliveries. On the roadmap is a debit card, which you'll be able to buy all everyday goods and services using your gold. On the roadmap as well is silver, platinum, other financial instruments are coming. Australian owned, operated and regulated company. Fantastic. Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. And the main thing is, how do you do it? You do it on your phone. So it's a phone app, okay? Download it for Android or iPhone. It is amazing. You want to be a part of it. Spread your risk around or send this to your, normie friends and family who you've been trying to get into physical precious metals, but they don't want to hold it. I get it. We get that thing. We understand it. So give them the gateway drug of Wealthstack. Wealthstack.com. Let's see. Bitcoin and, hello. Cool. All right, cool. Hello, Bitcoin. Good morning. Now, okay, very quickly, no one will get this reference. There's only like 150 people watching. None of you will get this reference because you're not as OG in crypto as I am. But I'll give you the reference anyway. Good morning, Bitcoin. Nope, no one. I guarantee you that's only me and maybe a few other OGs from 2013. Let's see. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame priced in US dollars. Ooh, okay, 98,400. We've had a $2,000 move in Bitcoin, and that's interesting. Again, I should get those t-shirts made up with the quote, gee, what do you know? Where have we found a little bit of resistance so far on this daily move? So we've had that move down to that Fibonacci. So look at this, from this high and this low. So 108,000 and 90,000 forms these Fibonacci lines here, and they tend to line up pretty well, okay? We are finding resistance bang dead on the $98,800 level. Good to see us back through the $96,500 level. Okay, good. Look, so far so good. Okay, a lot of people will be saying right now, "Oh, this is it, guys. This is it." Just hold up. Not just yet, people. Okay, don't get too excited in your pants. However, that's a technical term, getting excited in your pants. 96,500 roughly was a big level of support. A lot of spikes, but closes. Okay, then we started to wane a little bit. Then we started closing below this Fibonacci here. Had a big spike down. We like the big spikes down, says sellers are in control of the market. A beautiful move back up. Finally, yesterday closed, day before yesterday, technically closed above 96,500. That was a good move. That was signaling potential higher prices coming, and then we did. Okay, now we've come bang on the next Fibonacci level of 98,800 roughly. Okay, that's the next area of resistance we need to get above, and looks good. Okay, look, positive momentum, but we are not out of the woods. Okay, on the daily time frame, we've found that. Look at that absolute bottom right there on the relative strength index. That has been massive at that 41.5 level. See that down here where my cursor is? That is just crazy. Now, what you could say here would have been some kind of bullish divergence, if you want to call it that. Okay, so you can see from here to here, basically trend going down, but from here, that's flattened out. So at some point, that's signaling that the sellers are losing momentum, okay, and the buyers were becoming more in control, and we've seen that beautiful tick up. Okay, again, so far so good. Not out of the woods, okay? So we need to at least close above that 98, and as I've said, we really have to close above the 101,000. That's the next one. That's the 61.8 Fibonacci. Got to do that bare minimum to talk turkey, and for me, it's got to close above 104,200 right there. That's the 0.786 from this high and this low. You start closing and holding above there, okay, then looking very good. But we are nowhere near there yet. And I will actually caution you, and I will always let you know when there are people who are way better at me than this stuff, when they're giving their own opinions. And as we talk about quite a lot, and can I show you on the thing? No. But ASX Trader, for example, I did an interview with ASX Trader last week. An amazing pro technical analyst is actually talking about Bitcoin on the longer time frame. So on the monthly and the weekly and the monthly, it's starting to lose its momentum. Okay, so he said, for example, yeah, you can see some higher prices, but the momentum is starting to wane. We could be going into the distribution phase. Okay, so you just need to be aware on the longer term. If you have a position in crypto at the moment and you're underwater, or if it's going to start getting back to even, I'm talking about myself here. I'm underwater with a particular crypto. I'll show you in just a second. If it gets back to clearing even, I'm probably going to break even on it and not wait for higher prices because we just don't know. Okay, but look, positive for now. At least, please, got to start closing above there and do that. Cool. Got to do that bare minimum and then talk about that. Cool. I've got massive deja vu. Why do I have massive deja vu? Because I think I probably did that exactly right here a number of days ago where I said, hey, it's got to do that and do that. Okay, that's why I have deja vu. Or maybe I'm just in the matrix or it's a simulation, which is the same thing. So that's that on the weekly time frame. Again, please understand, been extremely overvalued already. okay? And the fact you've got that potential big bearish divergence where you had that higher high and that very clear lower low, okay? Go away, what are you doing? And that very clear lower high, right? Higher high, lower high, bearish divergence. It's got to break out of there. Quick smart to say that we are going to continue onwards and upwards from here. Nothing to say that we are just yet. So that's Bitcoin. Nice to see the little pump. Not out of the woods just yet. Others, which is the altcoin market. Definitely not out of the woods with the altcoin market. We've had a little bit of a relief, but we are not over any kind of key levels. And I'm about to say it. Gee, what do you know? Where did we find resistance at? Yeah, we found resistance so far at that $280 billion line. That's a key Fibonacci. If I show you on the weekly time frame, you can see it bang right there. Yeah, so technically I like the fact that we had that lower low, but that's a big move back up. Okay, good. I just need to see it start creeping back above 280 billion. A positive move would be closing this week. I've got a number of days, but closing this week above 280 billion. Close the week a solid green above 280, not at, but above. Okay, looking quite good for the following week and maybe the week after that. We're not there yet, okay? So it's in no man's land. Definitely don't know if it's 100% down from here or 100% up from here. I need to see it do that, please, okay? And then, as I've been saying, watch out for this area as an area of major resistance, which you might tick over and then cool. So we're absolutely not out of the woods just yet in crypto. Let me show you. I'll just show you my little move here. Where are we? Is it that one? I'll take it to the Binance price just for S&G. It's going to take a quick look at PENGU, just out of interest. This is PENGU on the weeklies, PENGU on the daily time frame. Okay, this is one that I am currently in, which I'm underwater in. Okay, I made the mistake of getting in up around about here-ish, and then we saw that move down to here. Okay. I will cut my losses if necessary, but I'm still in the position. PENGU is the Pudgy Penguins NFT airdrop token. Okay. What I did notice though, and I was wanting to get into this because we had already gone into extremely oversold, extremely undervalued on the daily time frame back here. Now I got in around about here when we had gone under here. I'll show you here. When we had gone. We'd started ticking back up. I was like, oh, we're probably going to possibly tick back up into this area. We started moving higher. I went, okay, I'm getting in. Then we found bang resistance right here at, gee, what do you know? The bottom end of the normal range of the relative strength index. Isn't it funny how that happens? It's almost like enough people use the relative strength index as an indicator, then they place their trades accordingly, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Isn't that funny how that psychology works? But out of interest, I did note on my X channel not that long ago about PENGU, about a potential bullish divergence forming. And let me show it to you right here. I typed in PENGU, am I seeing a bullish divergence here, or am I barking up the wrong tree? Wrong tree. Pro traders reply, talking about this downward movement here, but this flattening out and technically a higher low on the daily time frame. Lower lows on the daily, higher lows on the relative strength index. Okay, and what we've seen so far is a tick back up, getting into to the bottom end, right? We're not above it yet, okay? But we have seen a bit of a relief here, which may be confirming a potential bottom. I don't know, and neither do you. And what I liked on the 4 hour as well, let me show you there. On the 4 hour, we also had a mini bullish divergence on the 4 hour as well, where we were, actually, am I wrong on that? Why did I do that? So higher low. Oh no, that was about the same. So ignore that. Ignore me. But it was looking good on the daily for a bullish divergence. And we have seen that divergence play out so far. How long it plays out for, I don't know. What I need to see it do is get back in. It's got to get back into here. Now, if you get back into here, golden, right? What I don't want to see is any kind of tick over from here. I don't want to see a double top here and then we move back down. Not great, okay? I really have to consider cutting my losses if that happens. If we start, again, we start getting back in here, you close that, that's a will be a change of market structure, if you want to call that, on the relative strength index, and then you get back into this normal range, and we're probably going to spend a decent bit of time back in there. Okay, that would be great, and that would take me hopefully back up to my break even level, which is around about here. If we get back up to here, I'm probably going to cut and just break even. I'll see what the momentum is doing at that time. If it seems having a big run, yeah, and I'll maybe ride that wave and then put in a stop loss above my break even, so I'm at least making a tiny bit of money if it tanks from there. But yeah, we're nowhere near there yet. I'm just saying, my fingers are crossed for that. Cool. And this is how you know I am not a professional trader, because what don't you do? You don't cross your fingers and hope for the best. You analyze the market, you journal, you do all the good stuff that I try to analyze the market, but I'm not a professional. Okay. So that's why I say everything is not financial advice. But that's PENGU, just out of interest. That's what I'm watching. I like the fact that we're back here. If you're into PENGU, if you're watching PENGU and you start closing above here, getting back into this area, that looks good. Okay. But that's not financial advice. Cool. But if you do, something like that, something like that, oh yeah, that's good. That would be a time to potentially get into PENGU. That's PENGU. Let's take a look at, a few other individual cryptos. Let's take a look at ACH. I did post this on X as one of the ones I would be looking at. Quick ACH Alchemy Pay watch. We've had a lovely little move back up above, but a test of it hasn't broken it just yet. So looks all right. Looking good. We've had a test above the downtrend line, but it was a failed move to hold it. So we've got another 43 minutes until the new day starts. If we can close above there, that would be great. I would love to see in the next 43 minutes a close above 4 cents. That's very positive. Okay, that would be really good. But Alchemy Pay, from its fundamentals, I really love its fundamentals. It's been recently pumping, I think, due to some kind of MasterCard news or something. If anyone's watching here that's an Alchemy Pay expert or an Alchemy Pay fanboy, then please let me know in the comments or the replies why it's been recently pumping. It, again, not that long ago, had a 20% move up when everything was like 10 to 20% down. Okay, tell me why that is. But I'm watching it very closely. Gets back above 4 cents, and I'll start really considering getting in. Okay, I'd have to watch out for the general crypto market as well. What others is doing itself is a lot of bullish momentum, but I would be really highly considering back in there at over 4 cents. That is ACH. So far, so good. I will go to, what are we doing? I'll go Dex Screener. Have a quick look at my old mate Toshi, and I'm going to take a chart request if I have time. So get your chart requests right in now. Is that for a stock, a particular ratio that you want me to look at, or a crypto? Yeah, I'll do that too. Let's take a look at, Toshi. Okay, Toshi's down. Cool. Here's a quick Toshi update for everyone. Yeah, we are back down, getting to the top end of my best buy zone. Okay, so we are at 0.0006 right now, as I did say, because we did break through this support level of 0.00069, 0.0007 roughly. That was a major area of support. Breaker of support, then at least coming down to the top end of this best buy zone. We're there at the moment. That's all I need to say. Toshi's heading down. We need to find preferable support right here. Can you see that spike there? That's at that 0.0006. We're there right now. What are we noticing on the relative strength index? Anything to say, or any bullish or bearish divergences? Again, coming to you as an amateur. Okay, I'm not a pro. Let's see. On the 4-hour time frame, we're not in. Here's the thing: on the 4-hour time frame on the relative strength index, again, it's a lagging indicator, not a leading. We've already been extremely oversold, or extremely undervalued, as we call it, on the RSI on the 4-hour. Could we be coming back and testing just this bottom area? That could be a thing. I don't know, but that could coincide with bottoming around about the top end of this best buy zone. Okay, what you really want to see, form a bottom here at that previous spike right there at the top end of my best buy zone. We've already gone into the belly of it. Okay, and then do that. Let's do that, and then that's I would say quite positive. Okay, I would almost say very positive for TOSHI, but we're not there yet. Okay, hopefully we're just going to range for a while at around about this level. You don't want to close below that previous dip right there, otherwise probably going down to the bottom end of the best buy zone at 0.0004. Cool. And as I said, we'll not be getting excited for TOSHI until we at least close and hold above 0.001. That's around about your 001 area. This area here, you close and hold above there, then we'll talk, ooh, okay, the momentum has changed. Okay, we're not there yet. We're on the downward slope. Hopefully find an accumulation range here. That would be nice. For TOSHI, TOSHI being the face of Base, Coinbase new addition, okay, recently listed on Coinbase, which pumped the price. Bit of a consolidation. Hopefully crypto goes through its larger run, and TOSHI will be one of the leaders, I would imagine, in the meme coin space. Cool. Quickly, for those, I did mention UFD yesterday. Unicorn fart dust. Ooh, it's heading back up again. UFD, Unicorn Fart Dust, looks like a W pattern might be playing out right here. Rough W. Okay, there. If we do that, that clears 6.7 cents. Technically it is. You do that, you come down, hold a support, change of market structure, bullish market structure change. Okay, that's quite positive. Okay, you would probably say a continued move higher to where, I don't know, but watch out for resistance here. Okay, you don't want to see that fall off the cliff. Okay, but so far so good. It might be at least coming back to test once more this spike at 6.7 cents. Watch out for there. Okay, what it does there, very important. Okay, that is UFD, and I've got no other ones I want to talk about except for any chart requests that I get right now. Comments, queries, chart requests, and then we shall get out of here. Let me do that. Let's see. Get your chart requests in, people. 180 people watching. You are watching Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, your weekdaily live YouTube and X show where I talk about precious metals. I talk about crypto and Bitcoin and all that sort of stuff too. And I take chart requests. We're nearly at the 1 hour mark. I will take a chart request now. If you're watching on live on X, use the chat feature. If you can't use the chat feature for some reason, go to my X bio, click on the YouTube channel link, and then watch the live show on YouTube, and then you can take part in the chat. Let's see, go through some more comments. People are talking about Ukraine and what are we? I just said the magic word. Here we go, going to get flagged. They've been talking about a whole bunch of things here. And again, chart request time or just questions and queries and final comment kind of time, because we've done a whole bunch of stuff here today. Jason Ashworth says, I got my 10 ounce... the Silvertown 50 cal silver bullet earlier from Perth Bullion Exchange. Brilliant. No werewolves hanging around at my place. Good stuff. I love the fact that my subscribers here actually do what I suggest, which is buying from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. I gave my son a 10 ounce engraved pew pew for his birthday a few weeks back. Love the silver pew pews. Oh, so cool. I still have mine. No, I haven't seen. So Jason asked, have I seen Trump's terms with Zelensky? No, I haven't. He should rather make a deal with Putin. I don't know what that means. I haven't seen the deal yet. No, I haven't looked that up. But let me see. Comments. Great deal for the US. We gave you all our nearly expired. That's right. They gave our nearly expired ammo. You gave us back gold and mineral rights. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Germans had better terms after losing the war. Well, interesting. All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm doing this live. Okay, so let me just check. You can't see the screen. I'm just going to Grok. Trump's deal with Zelensky. Sure, let's go with that. I'm just going to quickly check latest news. Oh, okay. As of February 2021, details about a specific deal with Trump and Zelensky remain fluid and speculative based on evolving reports and statements. Here's what can be pieced together from available information. Expressed interest in negotiating an arrangement with Ukraine that ties support. So sounds like it's an opening gambit. Sounds like it's an opening bid. Again, bracketing as per usual. Ask for way more than you're willing to expect. No, so that's Grok, and Grok is using up-to-date information that's like it's real-time info. But I will just check as well, just various. Let me go, Trump, Ukraine deal. Let's try that. Give me 1 second. Again, you're watching live on Good Morning Stackers. Get your chart requests in right now. This is a very important video from Victor, which lays out what exactly happened in Russia and Ukraine. He also explains that the peace deal Trump is working on is the same peace deal it was always going to be. Turns out there's nothing in writing. I think it's just probably opening bids, quite possibly. So yeah, I don't think there's anything set in stone. Let's see. Trump's son-in-law Kushner, Jared, is going to be a waterfront property mogul in Gaza. Plus Ukraine loses Crimea. They were always going to. The other land is in the Donbass. Getting bent over from your ally and the aggressor, pretty sad. Well, we won't go into too much talk about that kind of thing. I don't want to be flagged and copyrighted and all that kind of stuff, but no one really knows what's going on behind the scenes. And also, were they really? Yeah, they were allies. So the US and Ukraine have been allies in this particular deal. Okay, particularly in the last 4 years during the Ukraine conflict. But what's been happening in that time? Money printer go brr, I guess. What else can I say? That reminds me, I have to do some laundry once I finish the show. Got to pop some clothes in the money launderer, in the laundry launderer. Yeah. Could it be that this is getting bent over is probably the just desserts? I don't know the answer. Okay. Now, am I saying, let me be very clear here. Am I saying Russia and that should have done what they've done? No, of course not. But no one wants the killing to continue. No one wants their sons to be dying in war. What happened. It was pretty unavoidable after a certain point when you consider, hey, bro, can you stop knocking on my door, please? No, we're going to continue to knock on your door. Would you just mind, if you don't mind, it's getting annoying, okay? Please stop knocking on my door. I do not want to let you in. Knock, 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 knock. We're going to camp out here now. All right. Can you not pitch tents out? Can you not pitch a tent? Can you not set up camp outside of my house, please? That would be really preferable. I don't want you to do that. Okay. Please don't do that. I'm not comfortable with that. Yeah, sure. Okay. We won't do it. Oh, by the way, we're going to do it. There's both sides of the story. Okay. Gotta run. Being paged for dinner. Now I know how old you are, Mark. That's hilarious. But at least the actor got rich. Let's see. Crazy to think he used to play a president as an actor. Literally was on a very famous TV show over there about a guy who became president, right? And then, president. That was not manufactured whatsoever. Adrian says, where can I purchase a 10-ounce Pew Pew from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. That's the place where you can go. And I think they might still have them there. By the way, Adrian, if you're new to the show, they are my brand sponsor, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. So they are a brand sponsor. I do have I technically have a financial incentive to tell you to buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, but they happen to be literally the best bullion dealer in all of Australia at the moment because they give you free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. So you could buy a 10-ounce Pew Pew. You won't get free shipping for one of those, but if you add 19 other items, so 2 silver coins of that brand, 1 of that brand, if you have 20 or more total items in your shopping cart, you get your shipping for free. Come on, man. I don't think I have any chart requests, and we're at the 1 hour mark. Ladies and gentlemen, you've had plenty of time to get your chart requests in, so we will not be doing a chart for today, but we've talked about so much, including the gold to stock market capital rotation event, a capital rotation watch. Don't forget the Budapest memorandum. I will have to check out whatever that is. We've talked about live gold, silver, platinum analysis. We did Bitcoin and crypto, took a look at a few altcoins as well. Man, it's been a packed day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also the end of the week. Where did the week go? I have no idea. Oh man, I didn't have this on the whole time. Really? Come on. At the end of the show. And he didn't have it on? Probably didn't make much of a difference anyway. And look, I look so much prettier now. I've got my ring light on. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we did it all. And it's the end of the week as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, live from Melbourne in Australia. Hit the big red subscribe button on YouTube. Follow me on X. Avoid the fake me, of which there is a new fake me. If you just joined us, there's a fake me out there. If you go to the top of my pinned comment in X, my pinned post, you'll see that there's a fake me. Avoid that one. Do not accept any messages from that person, okay? They're trying to scam you, but hey, it's lovely and flattering. I must be doing something right if someone's chosen to completely copy me. So, hey, that's kind of good news in a way, but they will be getting reported. And ladies and gentlemen, you are going to have an amazing weekend. I'll have an amazing weekend, and I will see you on Monday morning. The very last thing we do, just so you know, for all the newbies, is we dance it out. Yeah, we do. And we also do it with our beverages that we slurp synchronously together, because this has been
Good Morning Stack. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine. Good Morning Stack. It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronize.
3,
slurp.
2,
Now we're
1.
on
Slurp
the
it.
move. Good Morning Stack.
Good sesh,
yeah,
people.
we're
Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you all on Monday. Bye.